Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out my channel. I'm going to have a look at natural gas and what happened last week, and what could be the plan for the coming week and beyond. So yeah, let's get started. First, having a look at the price action, we could see that we had that trend line that I think I mentioned in my previous video, and you can see it was looking at shorting alongside that trend line down up until we cross the one coming up. So there's still a fair bit of room to go. What happened was that the move worked quite nicely down to 172, and then it did shoot up and got some stop on the trend line, but then broke out and some false breakouts above the trend line, which is not very unusual for that kind of trend line, not extremely solid, and the price went back down under here and even broke lower than the start of the gap we had on the new contract, so 175. So I think no, very likely we're going to see a test a bit lower, potentially some action around there, potentially moving up to the moving average somewhere there, but then very likely to see another drop down and a test at that level, especially with the pressure we're going to have with the rollover within the next 2 weeks. Now looking at the spread, we have a fair drop between the July and August contract. It's not dropping below 5, and it's even around 2.5 on August, September, so that's a significant drop, which I think will put a floor on the price, and I don't believe we are going to drop lower than 168, and I will be looking on a higher time frame such as the 4 hours. I'm trying to get something similar to what we got here, so either a double bottom on the RSI here, or a clearer divergence, even a spike down here, or similar to here, also getting some significant move higher for the momentum here on another attempt to drop low. So somewhere there, a long entry could be interesting. I don't believe that trend line will be a massive problem, but definitely we will be looking at having some resistance in that area, 185, that could later that could open actually for some more consolidation alongside here, and range bound for a few more days. I think we're talking here about the early July, so that would be the next 2 weeks, something like this. Don't expect a breakout at the moment because of the pressure we're gonna get from the contango, and the selling pressure will keep going and arriving. But when we look here at that move that we had between the 2nd of June and the 9, we can see the open interest dropped quite a lot, which is not actually pointing to a continuation of the downtrend at this point. The swap dealers have reduced their long exposure, which is also very bullish, so they are not looking at hedging against lower price. We see the managed money, they're quite neutral, so not either buying or selling the really low position, and otherwise we don't have anything else than just a bit of a short covering here, and quite natural as well in terms of the retail traders. So I think we are having some stabilization with the price here, despite still seeing definitely some selling pressure. So I believe we're going to touch that trend line, moving back up and potentially building up alongside 185 for bigger breakout later on, keeping in mind that we're going to have some lagging effect with the number of rigs dropping, keeping the rigs the most performant still in operation and producing still a significant volume. But we entering the summer season, so I believe we're gonna see some spike due to the weather, hot weather forecast, tropical storms threatening the production area south of the US, that kind of thing that could actually take natural gas very high. I think at the same time, I believe last year was some speculation that did start. I think we've seen the bottom pretty much in August, but it wasn't, don't believe it was a specifically warm summer, so that didn't help. So the price kept dropping, but then we had that speculation with tropical storm. It went from 2 up to 270. So yes, that's a 30% move up, and then when we got that kind of signal here, which is a very neat divergence on the 4 hours, for example, between 2.1 and 2, that one is having a very steep angle here, so that's really showing the momentum is completely lost in the move and pointing to complete reversal. You guys is actually a very good tool at that moment, because you're trading short time frame, you don't actually feel the effects of the decay, and you don't have much problem with the rollover either, because you're trading basically just between August and September, so it's a 1 month trade, but very powerful when you actually start getting to the upside. So yeah, still hoping on this. I know it's been very hard holding long on natural gas, and I definitely not making any money this year on this so far, so it's been very painful to see it dropping like this, but hopefully there's some light at the end of the tunnel, and I will soon see something happening, say maybe July or maybe later on. Of course, should we break lower than the 170, that would be an extremely negative signal that we could actually go back much lower and again test something like 160, 150. But at this point, and looking at the price action, and even without taking into account the various gaps we had between contracts, I don't believe that the selling pressure is actually that massive to actually take the price so low, especially that we will start moving trading contracts winter for winter. That will definitely put some floor to the price. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful for whatever you're planning to do on natural gas, and I wish you luck, safe trade, and I speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.